Hi, everybody. Welcome back to a special season of Tolkien Insights, the podcast by Research World and SMR. I'm your host, Antonio, and this series shines a spotlight on the companies that partner with us during the SMR Congress, the brands and organizations helping to drive the future of insights forward. Across 6 episodes, we'll be talking with leaders and innovators from the companies at Congress to explore how they're shaping the industry. Join us as we celebrate collaboration, innovation, and the shared vision that powers the Global Insights community. And for this episode, we're sharing the story of Global Lingo. I sit down with Maria Shipush, account executive of the brand, during the event, and talked about the history of the company and how Global Lingo is connecting audiences all around the world in more than 150 languages. Welcome, Maria. So Global Lingo, you work with 150 plus languages.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all the languages in the world, right?
Yeah.
And you work with different sectors, right? Like from finance and market research, governments. I was like reading through the whole thing and the little description, which is not little anymore. It's like when you have like plus 150 languages, like that's a big thing. What makes you stand out? Because it's very competitive out there. There's a lot of people that do similar things. How do you stand out?
Well, the truth is just localizing content is just not enough these days. It's really just a starting point. So many companies can localize, translate, and they can do it very well. But what really takes us apart, I think, is the fact that we see this as a tool and as a tactical tool. And we help our clients turn language services into these technical tools. And we're focusing on simplifying their workflows, taking them from point A to B quicker, smoother, and more efficiently. So working, yes, with 150 languages and different industries, starting from market research to legal, finance, learning and development. We see ourselves more as a partner, not just a vendor. Yeah. So we're looking for this long-standing partnerships and meaningful collaborations rather than one type of project thing. Let's translate, do like a quick job, and we see ourselves as a partner.
It's almost like the glue that connects all the conversations between all the clients and all the stakeholders and everything.
Exactly.
It's very interesting.
And it's also, it's interesting who you're comparing us to. If we're looking at bigger companies, so we are set up so that we can compete with the big companies. We have the same technology. We can work with large volumes. We can offer the same services. We offer very much global model covering APAC, NAM, EMEA, but we can also compete with smaller companies. So we can be very agile, flexible, and always provide tailored approach. But then we can have that global model that some smaller companies can't offer.
And in this conference, there's a lot of people talking about a lot of things in different languages, which is kind of on point to what we're talking about. But I know that apart from the whole AI and technology that everyone keeps talking here, there's also a sense of data privacy and the quality that you're getting from the data and make sure that it's secured, but it's also quality and that you can really use that data. How do you make sure that that data that you use, it's quality, it has quality in it and it's good?
Yeah. Well, I think that kind of brings us to the whole technology/AI type of thing. The truth is technology-wise, let's say AI has been in localization for many, many years before it became a buzzword.
Yeah.
Starting with machine translation. So that's been going on for many years, which means that there were always some security measures in place, starting from ISO to cyber security and things like that. All localization companies should be taking this very, very seriously anyway. But the interesting point comes is when AI is coming in place and the scale has changed. So it's a lot bigger now and a lot more creative with things like generative AI and LLMs, like large language models. This is where things can move quicker They can be more cost effective, but this is where the data security does come in with slight more risk for sure. And what we do to help and minimize any risks is, of course, we're applying all of the standard protocols that should be, and we're combining that with careful human approach, which starts from our project management team, operational team, down to linguists as well. So having that little personal touch of human touch is very important.
And speaking on the human touch, I was going to ask you if you could share a story or a successful story about the whole process that connects with Global Lingo.
Sure. I think actually one of the most exciting things for us was partnering with SMR this year when we became your official language partner for Prague 2025. It's not just a meaningful project for us. It actually is something that we try to achieve with most of our clients. It's about partnership, collaboration. I mean, working with you guys has been all about being at the heart of the industry, working with some of the most seasoned researchers in the world, and not just collaborating, but learning from you. So understanding how you run your things, how you like your things, how delivery needs to happen, all the cultural nuances. So the project we worked on had lots of cultural nuances where it was really important for us to get your feedback, understand how things are run, just so that we can then take it all on board and apply it to our real projects with our clients.
Yeah, it's a good way to learn. Like, again, you learn by doing it, and you learn with the things that you're working on. And these conferences, there's so many people here that it's always a good way to, you'll always learn something new, especially in this type of business.
Yeah, for sure. That's why they're so exciting, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know that we don't have like a crystal ball and you cannot like predict the future, but if you were to look like 5 years from now, how do you see the whole communication and the global communication sphere going?
I mean, to be honest, I'd say that communication, like challenges and opportunities are really closely linked here. We can obviously see that global communication is becoming with AI, with how available things are. Communication is becoming very hyper local and hyper digital, which is great, right? But it does come with challenges such as messages can get lost, or in like lost in translation or misinterpreted. So then the opportunity here would obviously come with, again, combining that AI, more tech approach with a nice human touch and expertise, which really ensures that we not only can communicate quicker and effectively, but we also do it efficiently in a way that it's accurate and meaningful, where things like cultural nuances, again, come and play. And we can really focus on the big picture, which is all about connecting people, learning about each other's stories, building trust. It's not just about translations. It's more than that. It's about connecting.
It's very important these days, the connection and communication for sure. It's one of the pillars for connecting from between you and me and all the other humans. It's a great way to connect. Well, Maria, thanks so much for your time. Thanks so much for the conversation. I think it was great. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference. I hope you learn something and get inspired and something that you can bring back to your day-to-day job.
Thank you for having me, Antonio. It was really nice. Pleasure.
Right. And that's all for today, folks. Talking Insights is a production of Research World and SMR, bringing you the stories, voices, and ideas shaping the insights community around the world. If you'd like to be featured in a future episode, share your story, or learn more about sponsoring opportunities, send us an email at podcast@smr.org. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you listen to your podcasts. And join us next week for another great conversation. See ya.